There's been a lot of Minecraft updates over the years. Every update to come to the game of Minecraft has come with a slew of new structures, items, mobs, blocks, and it's always pretty exciting to explore the new additions to the game. However, this has not always been the case. Let's just say that some updates have been met with their fair share of criticism, while others have been very positively received. And all the while, this is raising the very important question of just what was the best Minecraft update. However, before we start tackling this question, we're going to have to establish a rating system of a sort. This here rating system of ours will include 3 major points. First of all, we're going to be looking at the amount of new content added. Second, its quality and practicability, and third, the overall public reception of the new content. And to tie it all together, we're only going to be going over 6 of the most major updates to come to the game, because all of them together would make quite the list. First off, we got a pretty darn big one, the Redstone update. Redstone was added to the game to basically act as a form of power or electricity. This said power could then be utilized to make changes in the Minecraft environment from, say, just the push of a button or flip of a switch. This update was absolutely one of the most revolutionary to the game. The possibilities contained in this new little red dust was practically endless. With this legendary tool, people innovated and created things that never could have been done before, let alone in this little block game. It's pretty dang hard to implement a mechanical system such as Redstone to a game, but Minecraft took the challenge in full stride. I mean, heck, people have created actual calculators and working computers in Minecraft. Like, just think about that. They made a system so simple yet so complex that it automatically shoots this one to the top. This update also majorly affected the YouTube side of Minecraft as well. Many Minecraft YouTubers such as Mumbo Jumbo and Stampy Longnose have implemented Redstone heavily in their videos, whether it be for minigames or an absolutely insane redstone structure. I mean, I remember nights I would spend hours perfectly recreating the minigames I saw on YouTube, and let me tell you, it was a lot of fun. In all, this was a lot more than just an update. It changed the entire game as we knew it. This earns it the very well-deserved score of 27 out of 30. Aw man, oh golly OG, put on your big boy pants because this is a big one, the combat update. This update changed the entire Minecraft PvP system. Now when we take a look at 1.8 combat, it's all about that click speed. If you're a Bed Wars or Sky Wars player and you got that good upper to 812 CPS and you keep good aim, you're going to want to be playing on this version. The new system this update implemented, however, now depended on an attack strength bar that had to recharge after every time a player swung. The more the bar is filled up, the more damage a hit will do. They also added shields players could use to block oncoming attacks if they timed it right. Both of these new mechanics together created a far more complex and timing-based system that required a lot more strategy and thought to go into a fight. So understandably, there was a lot of controversy surrounding this update. Some preferring the new and some preferring the old. This debate still is thought back upon to this day, with many PvP-based Minecraft players still playing popular servers such as Hypixel on 1.8. Obviously, there's no clear answer to what the better combat system is, but this change sure stirred up the Minecraft community quite a bit. So this one's gonna score a 19.5 out of 30. Next up, we got the Aquatic update. The Aquatic update revamped Minecraft's oceans with new mobs, structures, and items. This included the addition of dolphins, drowned, and phantoms, but this isn't even scratching the surface of what this update did. This update did the absolute unthinkable by making it so you could now actually see the fish swimming in the water. I know, the days of aimlessly fishing out of an empty sad pool of water were now over. Now you could aimlessly fish out of an empty sad pool of water, but with actual fish swimming around. Honestly, I don't know how Minecraft comes up with some of this stuff, it's just too crazy. But now if we go over to the structure side of things, this update came with the addition of underwater ruins, shipwrecks, and icebergs. Now there was actually a bit more of a reason to explore the ocean now, whether it be looting up at a shipwreck or exploring some underwater ruins. In all, this update added a little thrill and excitement to the ocean, and exploring it was just that much better. So this earns it a solid 23 out of 30. Next, we got the Village and Pillage update. For this one, Minecraft decided to spice up the villages a little bit and gave each one a specific style based on the biome of which it was located. So basically what that means is that the desert and winter biomes would each look pretty snazzy. This update made for some pretty cool added texture to the Minecraft landscape and also included the addition of 12 new utility blocks, all with different specialties and uses. You want to cook some of that hard-earned iron from the mines quicker? Boom, blast furnace. You want to cook those good pork chops or that beef quicker? you got the smoker, or maybe you just really want to read a book, they gave you the lectern. All these different utility blocks answered so many problems that we didn't even know we had. However, arguably the biggest change that this update brought was the addition of pillagers and illager raids. That's right, no longer were the days of Minecraft griefers being the biggest threat to the nice and quiet villages. Now you had a literal evil organization that became dead set on the downfall of these villagers in the form of raids. This occurs when the player attained the bad omen effect from killing an illager patrol leader. This effect then triggered an illager raid when the player next entered a village, which caused an attack on the village that came in waves based on the level of the bad omen. When a player is victorious in a raid, they attain the hero of the village effect and often get some pretty good loot. This has greatly improved the village experience in a lot more chaotic way, and no longer are the days of tranquility. This update earns itself a 22.5 out of 30. It's the Nether update, baby. This update threw out the Nether that we knew and replaced it with a brand new one. Before this update, it was basically just a wasteland that you never wanted to be in for more than you absolutely had to be. I mean, like, I can't even count how many times I've died in the Nether, but this update has now made it so it's slightly less of a wasteland. It added a staggering amount of new content, including 4 new Nether biomes, 5 new mobs, and an ecosystem that now allowed a player to literally be able to sustain themselves just in the Nether. So the days of starving in the Nether because you severely underprepared and are left to wander are now over. Now you can get some of that good mushroom stew, or perhaps a nice cooked pork chop. And of course, we can't forget the addition of the coveted pig step. Now I'm just gonna say it, this is a banger. And not just a normal banger of a song, it is also a bop, a banger bop. Highly recommend it. Now for the speedrunning side of Minecraft, this update made it much easier for speedrunners of the game. With the addition of piglins, you can now trade some nice shiny gold for some nice and shiny loot. And this included ender pearls. This made it worlds easier to get the amount of ender pearls you need and quickly travel to the end. Honestly, I would say this is one of the biggest and best updates to the game, which earns it a 25.5 out of 30. If you like dark spaces, then this update's the one for you. Caves and cliffs. This update was a pretty darn big one and really expanded upon the idea of mining. Before this update, mining would usually consist of first the long process of finding a good cave, and then even when you found one, they were pretty mediocre at best. However, this was a complete overhaul of the caves we used to know. Caves could now generate down to Y-59 and are separated in generation by 2 layers of different stone blocks based on the depth. Multiple biomes were also added inside of caves, and what used to be flimsy medium-sized caves were now huge caverns where you could find all of your diamonds, iron, lapis lazuli, and could mine for hours on end without even exploring everything. This also included a revamping of the mountains, and to top it all off, they also added the coveted candle. And with this said candle, you could now have a nice cake with some candles on it. It's kind of crazy just how much Minecraft is innovating with some of these totally original ideas, man. Like, I never would have thought to put a candle on a cake. So all in all, a pretty solid update, really spiced up some of those Minecraft environments, 24.5 out of 30. Now, after reviewing most all of the major Java Minecraft updates, it seems that we have come to our conclusion. While every update has had its positives, they all of course come with their fair share of negatives. Implementing a major update to a game is always a big challenge. However, it is one that Minecraft seems to overcome on a daily basis. But today, out of all the updates we have looked at, we have found the Redstone update ranking in with 27 out of 30 points to be one of the best to come to the game of Minecraft, which I think is actually a pretty good fit. While it may have not been one of the biggest, it certainly contained one of the most complex systems ever added to a video game, and majorly changed the way you could create and play. Though, at the end of the day, most updates to come to the game have all been pretty great, and I'm sure any one of them could have taken home the title of best in their own separate ways. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.